But here's what I want to mention. First and foremost, before we get into the children's interviews, one of the reasons that I wanted to cover this case is because it's not often that we hear from the victims. We don't ever really hear from victims who have been rescued from situations like this one. To go through severe neglect, social isolation, and on top of all of that, all at the hands of your own parents, and then to come out of it on the other side and choose to see positivity in the world. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable and truly inspiring. I mean, the level of bravery I can't even imagine for minor children at that. So I want to play the children's interviews that they did with a local Oklahoma City news station because I want you to be able to hear from them what their story is. Let them tell their story.
A house of secrets and abuse. In August, Oklahoma City police got a tip that a man had multiple children with his stepdaughter. That report would unravel a family and shake an entire community. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Jessica Shambach.
I'm Evan Onstadt. Tonight we are hearing for the first time from the adult children on life behind those closed doors.
A family of 11 lived here. Mom, dad, and 9 children, hidden away from the world.
They never left the house only with him.
The children had never been to school, the doctors, or even a movie theater, all to conceal a secret they never knew was wrong: their dad's relationship with their stepsister.
Did you know that the younger kids were your dad's kids too?
That I already knew about. I never knew that it was anything wrong with it.
We just grew up like if it was normal to us.
At 12 years old, their oldest sister had her first baby with their dad, according to court documents. She gave birth to 4 more inside this home. KOCO sat down with 3 of the siblings who wanted to share their story.
So when she had her first baby, you were just little.
Yeah, I think I was 7 or 8.
Did you ever question why you guys weren't allowed to leave the house more?
Not too much, because Dad always said that he didn't want us to get hurt, or because he protecting us because of the people that are outside. He tried to homeschool us, and then it went from trying to not doing.
What was the feeling inside of your house?
I was hurt because my dad took forever to come.
The adult kids were left alone with their secret siblings, waiting for their dad to face up to the crime.
Both see her also as a victim. Do you see that too?
Now, yes.
You don't think she should be arrested?
No.
No, I never thought that Dad would touch us or say anything sexual to us, so I never worried about it. I can't hate them because hate is a strong word. I could only forgive them. I could only forgive my dad. And I could leave the rest of it into God's hands.
Today, the adult kids still live in Doris's home and work for her. They're now enrolled in school.
I'm doing better at my reading, so I read a book yesterday.
Have their first IDs, are learning how to drive, and working to get their sister's children back to her from state custody.
Now, looking back, do you feel grateful that Doris intervened?
Yes, because she was helping us out.
I mean, that was all pretty heavy to hear, I'm sure. I know it was for me when I first heard it. And one of the things that stuck out to me the most in these interviews is when they talk about the fact how they thought that this was completely normal. They thought that their sister having children with their dad was completely, absolutely normal, which makes sense because how would you ever know otherwise? If you're born into this environment, you aren't watching TV, you aren't seeing other relationships, you aren't talking to friends at school. How would you ever know that that isn't what normal human nature, human life is all about, what existence is all about? It's just so scary when you think that someone can weaponize just all of these things against someone in such a way to where, like, they're so calculated and they literally form thoughts for these children at such a young age to where they're able to completely manually manipulate the way that the children see the world, the way they see it, the way they believe it to be true. It is such an incredible responsibility, and it's also just like it's such a high level of power to be able to do that, and like these people are just that power and manipulating it for their own gain.